pulling you down, holding you back from your destiny. I'm going to be honest with you, chosen ones. Ever since I done let go of everybody out of my life, I have never been more happy in my life. I have never been more successful in my life. So just imagine if I would have kept all these Decepticons in my life, all these negative energies in my life, pulling me down, holding me back. You'd be very surprised how many people will really try to hold you back. And you thinking, oh, this is family. Oh, this is my friend. They would never do this to me. You a lie. They will do it to you. Some people will pull you down because you know why? They never got the chance to pull themselves up. Some people will drain you from your energy. You know why? Because their energy and their vibrations is low. They want you to have low vibrations with them. Some people will never ever be the next big thing, and they see your potential. They see you as a direct threat, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to do everything in their power to take you off of your focus. And we talking about spiritually. This don't have nothing to do with physically. We talking about spiritually. This is spiritual warfare out here. Go through a lot of different demonic spirits every single day now, children. Now that God blessed me to be successful, now God blessed me to have my own business, I'm just going to keep it real with you, children. I go to different spirits every single day. Crazy, weird, demonic spirits. Let me tell you something, children. Sometimes we got to be quiet, stay in our lane, and listen to what the Spirit is saying. Don't be afraid to put that in the comments below. And I'm going to tell you the real reason why. Stay in your lane, observe, and listen to what the Spirit is saying. This is what I'm about to tell you right now, chosen ones. I just went into a laundromat yesterday just to get a bag for my laundry clothes because I did some washing. And I was trying to let a brother go first. And the way he said it out of his mouth, how his spirit was and the way he said it, it's not what you say, chosen, it's how you say it. I'm like, nah, man, you go ahead. Go right ahead. You can go first. No, man, you go ahead. You go first. You ain't have to say it like that, my brother. What I'm saying is, children, there's a lot of people that's going through it spiritually. There's a lot of demonic spirits, especially ever since this pandemic. People don't know how to control themselves when they don't have any money. I'm just keeping it real with you. A lot of people nowadays, you got to wake up and smell the coffee. They are not successful, especially during this pandemic. You'd be very surprised what this pandemic did to people. It made a lot of people lose hope. I'm not giving up hope. I'm not losing hope. Over no pandemic, over no cough and over no cold. The devil is a liar. I've had the cold before, it ain't stopped me. I didn't have the flu before, it ain't stopped me. Devil, you a liar and the truth ain't in you. I'm going to get what God has for me. That's why I say when you go around people, just be quiet. Stay in your lane and listen to what the Spirit is saying sometimes. You never know what demonic spirit you're going to encounter. You never know what jealous spirit you're going to encounter. Just sit back and observe people's spirits. The way that man lashed out at me, you didn't got to do all that. And in my spirit, I said, this fool weird. I just got my laundry bag and got on. I'm not here to entertain no demonic spirits because let me tell you something. The higher you go in life, chosen ones, the more devilish spirits you're going to have to face, whether you like it or not. That's why it says each and every new level is going to require a new devil. That's straight facts right there. There's no way around that. Every time you go up a new level, a different level, here come a demonic spirit or a devil that you got to really fight. That's why it's best for you to be quick to hear and slow to speak. Stay in your prayer closet. Disappear from everybody. That way you ain't got to go through all that. So when the due comes to you, you can be ready. Don't be afraid to put in the comments below, chosen ones, and say, stay in your prayer closet so you can be ready for the spiritual battlefield. Stay in your prayer closet so you can be ready for the spiritual warfare. You have to understand, chosen ones, that a lot of your fake family members, a lot of your so-called friends, guess what? They got their own lane they going. Have you noticed? Even if you guys go play basketball together, even if you guys go work out together, whatever the case may be, go party together. Guess what happens when you guys leave the club? Guess what happens when you guys leave the gym? Everybody going their own separate ways. Ain't nobody going in the same direction as you. Learn how to spend a little time with people, and I'll see you when I see you. It's okay to show love to people. It's okay to hang out and spend a little time with people that you love. But I'll see you when I see you. God has a bigger plan for me. I can't hang out too long. I got to roll. But better yet, I need you to literally disappear from everybody. That's the best feeling, to disappear from everybody. Ain't nobody need to know where you at. Don't nobody need to know what you're doing. Let people go. Because let me tell you something, 5 years down the line, 10 years down the line, guess what? These people going to be doing the same thing. Acting the same way, have the same demonic spirits, ain't changed. But guess what the good news about you, chosen ones? The more you disappear from everybody, the more you stay in your prayer closet, the more God gives you a fresher anointing. Now, how beautiful is that? The more you stay out of people's face, the more you stay in your own lane and get to your own bag, the more successful you become. How beautiful is that? The more you stay out of harm's way, the more you stay out of these fake family members' face and these so-called friends' face, guess what? The more peaceful
he keeps saying fake family members.
I'm telling you, when you sit at that table and eat that meal by yourself, that's going to be the most peaceful meal you ever had in your life. When you finally can get to sit at a table where no negative energy.
Y'all know who I consider fake family members. All those on my Facebook, in my real life, that I would see and I would cry daily. Y'all already know, if y'all know me for any time, y'all already know what battle has been whooping my behind. And I mean, y'all just getting to know me right here on YouTube. But my family that knew me in person, knows me in person. They know me on Facebook, and certainly sharing a story of what happened with Marcello, sharing a petition, sharing a video that I spent so much hard, long hours gathering content and editing with these broke hands. All that time, if you just participated, I believe the man could have been free by now. I believe he could have been free. Y'all just don't understand. I have been on MySpace doing music. The first way that I tried to free Marcello was through poetry. I'm finna give y'all some of it. And I have true, honest, God-given talent and gifts. So I am not asking anybody to support BS. This is straight from God. I can't do this on my own. My hands are broken. Do you know one day I picked up a freaking pencil and just realized that I can draw? That doesn't just happen if that's not from God. I didn't know how to paint. I said, I'm going to learn how to paint. I started out painting. And all of a sudden, I was painting masterpieces. That's not me. That's from God. So this is a God-given gift that you would think your family, out of all people, because we already know strangers most likely ain't going to care about you. But people are always under the presumption, or I don't even know what word goes there, the pretense that family cares about you more than anyone else in this world. And if you're listening to this guy that I'm listening to, that's one of the first things he said. Blood is not thicker than water. It isn't. It's not. Because, but they will use that as a weapon against you. But we're family. But the thing is, if I'm your family, it has to hurt you when I'm hurting. It would hurt you when I'm hurting. You wouldn't be able to watch me going through something and we all together have the ability to make changes to the situation, and you just sit back and ignore my cries. There is no way that that is family. You just sit and ignore me. You see me crying every day. You see me struggling every day. You see me working 2 and 3 jobs every day. You see me trying to go to school. As I'm going to school, I'm becoming more and more disabled. You see me struggling. But yet, you're just watching me struggle. You're not lifting the burden in any type of way. But on the other hand, when you're coming in to your burdens, you're coming into your problems, the first one there to try to help you is me. That hurts. That hurts. That's one thing I had to get over for me to move on in my life. I had to realize that my family does not care what pain I'm in. Okay, guys, I'm sorry because I had to go walk Juju out because he's leaving. He'll be back a little later. But so I'm not sure where I left off. But it hurts. It truly does hurt when you are going through something and I know I'm not perfect, baby. But I know when my family is in need, I know I'm there. I know when anybody calls me, I immediately drop what the heck I'm doing to come to their help, to come help them in any way that I can. Whatever resources I have, I'm lending money. I'm taking people to and fro. I'm helping them with their problems. Anytime someone's going through something, you come and talk to me. I'm not just there zoning out as you talking to me. I'm listening to you. I'm trying to figure a way that we can fix your problem. But when it comes to me, that same care, it's not given to me. They'll tell you all day long that they do the same for me that I do for them. But baby, I don't see it. I have spent most of my life trying to make sure my family was straight. The same family that has spent very little of their life trying to make sure I'm straight. So it hurt me. It hurt me for a long time. I kept thinking one day I'm going to post the right thing and my family's going to feel me and they're going to help me, because there's enough of my family to get this wrongful conviction overturned. It's enough of my family to get this story broken. Do you think the other people that have been done unjustly, whose stories we talk about, really, to be honest, we only get on stories where the person is killed, which that's horrible. That is completely horrible. And I'm glad that I'm not in that situation. But we don't give 2 cents when the person is killed through being in prison wrongfully. What type of life do you have? What's the worth in your life when you're in prison and you know you didn't do it? And there's plenty of proof that you didn't do it. And there's proof that whatever they got you in there for didn't even freaking happen. And I could sit and explain it. I could show you the proof. I could show you the evidence. I done went through this story on a million different ways to tell people the story. As I'm telling people the story, I could see them just zoning off, just falling asleep, just changing the subject, just won't listen, just won't hear it. That's because you don't care. You care about what you want to care about, and they don't care. They don't care. And it was very hard for me to, and I can't fault them for not caring. They just don't care. They don't care about that situation. But what I can fault is me for study thinking somebody gonna do something different from what they always did. They haven't cared from the beginning. Why would I think someone would all of a sudden wake up one day and care? Oh, it's not just my family, Marcello family too. They have not cared from the beginning. Why would I think one day it would occur to them that, hey, Marcello is not here with us, Marcello didn't have a life outside. And it's something I could have done to help him get home. But I did nothing. I chose to sit back. Why would I think someone would sit back and feel that way one day? If you didn't feel that way when that man was taken away that day, why would you feel like it now? So I had to realize that Facebook ain't nothing but very unsupportive people with the same blood type DNA. That's what it's made up of. And church members and stuff like that. People that are not going to support no matter what I put out. So you know what? And I used to get on YouTube. I know a lot of YouTubers. Not a whole lot, but some. Many. That started channels before me. Started channels after me. And I've seen this YouTube thing works by collabing. Just like music. It's just like music. It's who you work with. And you can always grow faster together. And I thought that by them seeing me doing something, being so dedicated, helping others, helping them as well. I've always supported other YouTubers, helping them, being supportive in any way I can, sharing what they put out, that they would see that and they would also help back. But that ain't the reason I help people. I help people because I know how it feels to go through stuff on your own, by yourself. I know that hurt of feeling alone, of feeling like you have no human person. Because you can always pray, you can always go to God, but you have no human. But we are human and we have to stop. So that's when I go and beat myself up, right? But we got to be honest. We human. Humans need love. God created us to be together in family units. But mostly the black family is broken apart. We don't see ourselves as together. We care about ourselves first, and our family members can just get it how they fit in, how they can get in. And we don't care. But not knowing the way that we're going to actually make it and be successful together is going to be all units of the family being successful. It won't just be one. But my family, just as many black families, are broken apart. We don't love our families. We really don't. We just say love is a word that we say, but we don't truly love our families. We don't care about our families. Anybody that cared about their family, you are willing to lay down your life for your family. You're willing to give your life for your family if you truly care about them. And if you're not willing to do that, I don't know what that is you call that, but that's not love. Because God created us to, I have something you need and you have something I need. And he wanted us to work together so that all our needs could be met. But see, humans try to be smarter than God. We figure we could make it on our own. Baby, ain't too much or nothing you could do out here on your own. That's why it's taking me so long. But you know what? I got in a season towards, I don't know if it was the beginning of this year. I said I've helped so many people grow their YouTubes, grow whatever they doing, whatever you doing. If you tell me you doing it, baby, I will support. You ain't got to pull my leg. You ain't got to pull my teeth. You ain't got to none of that. I'm going to support you because I know you. Even people I don't even know, I'm going to support you because I would want somebody to support me. Those are the ways that God left us to live. Treat people how you want to be treated. If you never in your life want to support in nothing you do, then don't ever support nobody else. But if you did something and you want support, you're going to need support. I don't care what you try to do in this world. You need somebody to help you get there. And anybody that has gotten to success has not done that ish alone. Don't let them tell you. They ain't did it alone. Somebody, somewhere has reached out to help them in some kind of way. So when I realize that I'm beating dead dogs, I'm beating a dead dog, we're trying to even get my family to understand. Sometime in this year, I completely left Facebook. I left it all together. I barely get on there. I realized that I was in a lot of prison wife groups and prison reform groups. And the thing that I realized is that in those groups, everybody only cares about their own loved one. I actually would help share their things. I would help share their petitions. I even tried to create a change petition for somebody else. I helped them make their banner for their change petition. I've helped other people by commenting when they're crying out and feeling alone and stuff like that. And I never seen it replicated to me. Very little to move the needle. And the needle's going to move slow when you get very little momentum behind you. These big time, if you think about any of them, because our people really only care if our someone like us is killed. They don't care when they're wrongfully convicted, which is still a form of death. Spending your life in your enemy's hands, being treated however your enemy chooses to treat you, mistreating you, beating you, jumping on you, taking any and everything that you have, and you know you don't deserve this punishment, but they treat you less than human. That's a form of death as well. But we don't care about that death. We don't care when people are in that state of death. We don't care that this man had a whole daughter that he loved. He wasn't going to be no deadbeat dad. But somehow they made sure he still wasn't in his daughter's life. If anybody went through what I went through and I seen it, baby, there's no way I could sit back and just look at you. It hurts. It's painful. There's nowhere to go. There is no justice in the land. There's no justice in this land. There is no justice in this land. There's no way to obtain justice. When you wrongfully convicted, your ass is gone. I'm just being real with you. Unless you got a lot of money somewhere. Money is the only thing, money or knowing somebody, connection, or having a network behind you that they have to listen to. They don't have to listen to one sole voice hollering free Marcello. They're not going to listen to that. I'm telling you right now. But when you have multiple people yelling together, free Marcello, it becomes a choir. It becomes something you can't ignore. It becomes something that, hey, let's look into this. Hey, but they don't see it that way. They see it as my battle alone. Keita, that's your battle. Help me with my battle. But that's your battle. I ain't finna lift a finger for that one. But I had the strength to leave one day. I finally got my ass off of Facebook. And I finally stopped thinking that some of the YouTubers that I supported would in some way support me and my channel would take off. I sat there, cried about this channel for a while. Any YouTuber knows the beginning is very hard. It's hard to get a channel started unless you just got a stroke of luck. It takes a lot of interaction from people watching to people liking to people sharing. All that could be family members. You got enough family members to make it. But most YouTubers know their family will not help them. Till I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do what I do. I'm not asking another family member to watch another video of mine. Because they've shown me time and time again that they don't want to watch it. They've told me I'm boring. They told me, well, maybe I'm not good enough. They told me, well, other people get views because maybe they better than you. That's what they told me. And I remember it. I remember it. But that's when I had to realize that my help wasn't going to come from you. Whether I was the worst YouTuber or the best YouTuber, I've seen some bad YouTubers be successful, and I've seen some good ones, and all of them had support from somebody. And I had to realize that my support ain't coming from my kinfolk. It's not coming from my DNA. It's not coming from Marcello's family. It's not coming from any of those places. It's going to come from some strangers. It's going to come from some people that don't even know my real name. It's going to come from some people that don't really know who I am, that don't know my essence, that don't know my true intentions. That's where my support is going to come from. And I thank God that he opened my eyes and showed me that if you're going to make it, you're going to make it without those that you thought were going to be there for you. And the minute I stopped looking for them to help and stop paying attention to my growth, because I track my growth too much, because I feel like I'm behind in life. I'm 42 years old almost. And I'm still fighting to put my family back together.